Hello, all my Aquarians. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of December. And we're going to just jump right in here and start off by pulling a card from these chakra reading cards and just see what overall the Creator wants you to know about your month of December. It could be the energies, it could be the overall theme, or just whatever heads up the Creator wants you to give, because we'll take whatever we can get, right? All right, well, there we go. Right off the bat. So you've got listening, card number 24. I love that beautiful card here. I know my message for me, I am also a Aquarius Sun, and the recurring message in my life is shut up and listen. Which is a beautiful, kind message, because they always say it in a loving way. They don't say it rudely or anything. So this is your throat chakra. And it says, you have drawn this card today to let you know it's time to take note and listen. Messages and guidance come in many forms, and you're being asked to stop for a moment and listen to the wisdom that is coming your way. You may have asked for a sign or some guidance recently, and the answer will be revealed if you listen carefully. The most profound guidance comes from within, and it's time to start listening and trusting your own soul. Take some time to meditate and explore the silence in order to hear the powerful words of divine guidance coming from within you. Your angels and guides are also sharing their thoughts with you at this time. Answers may also come via songs, other people's conversations, or some other external source sharing this wisdom with you. Listen carefully to what is being presented to you at this time. This card can also suggest that you're not listening deep enough at present. It could be that someone is sharing how they feel or their perception of a situation, and you have not been listening with an open heart, which may cause miscommunication, challenges, and conflict. People will always have different perceptions and experiences, and it's important to allow both sides of the story to be heard and expressed. When we can understand this and not take people's expressions personally, we can be open to a world of unconditional love and communicate more from a place of love and understanding. Listen deeper in the silence, and your answers will be revealed in divine timing. So I love that. So not only one are we going to be hearing beautiful message coming from, spirit through the outside world, through emotions, through our brains, through, all the external, like I said, songs and license plates and social media and emails. We're going to be getting messages from all over the place. But the other thing which popped up as I was reading that was, this reading's coming out like the week-ish before Thanksgiving, and you have all the holidays that we get together with, during December, like Christmas and Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, all those different types of gatherings of friends and family, that when someone starts talking about something, because you always, that preconceived thing, like, people get together and they start talking about religion, politics, and blah, 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 and, the dinner table ends in a food fight, and I love this because it's like kind of this pre-warning, and I don't want to say a warning, it's like a tool that we're being given to is we can listen with an open heart, knowing that if someone is not expressing unconditional love, they're expressing a cry for love. And so if they're trying to control situations, trying to make everyone, believe their political point of view or their religious point of view or opinion on whatever it may be, just know that they are crying out for love. They're not trying to really get you to be who they want you to be. They just don't feel safe, and they feel that if everyone is believing what they're believing, they'll feel safe, which is, a lie of our shadow that keeps us in this beautiful chaotic storm like this. But if you look at it and just keep it simple, that if it's not of unconditional love, it's a cry for love. So look past all the blah, 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 blah talk and look and see that they're just crying for love. And you can give them love and you can just listen to them. Doesn't mean you have to go, I agree with you 100%, or I have to prove my small t truth is more truer than your small t truth. Connect to the capital T truths of the spiritual world, right? And that's all about unconditional love. So I love that. Love, love, love. And then I always, at least up to this point, take a tarot deck and separate the major arcana from the 4 suits of the minor arcana. And these major arcana are like this card here, which represent what the creator wants you to know overall about your month of December. Just advice, theme, whatever, just like we were talking about, just whatever heads up they'd like us to have for the month of December. So creator for our Aquas, our Aquarians, what else would you like them to know about their December? There we go. Yep. Makes sense. The Chariot. You hold the power of choice. Are you going to choose shadow, fear, or unconditional love? You're the one that holds the power of choice. And for me, that's what this Chariot is. It can represent victory and kind of mastering over your ego side of your life, the physical adventure. But for me, really, especially with what we just had with this one here, that it is about your power of choice. You get to choose. Usually they're more, like a white lion and a dark lion, and it's the choice between fear or unconditional love. Exactly as I was talking about. There's 2 choices. Are they, when you're looking at other people, are they choosing, unconditional love? If not, they're fearing. If you're not choosing unconditional love, then you're in fear as well. And everyone can be a mirror for you during this time too. I like this. It's not usually the message of this, but it's like this is a mirror image. It's almost the same line twice. You can understand that how you're feeling by other people's actions is telling you about you, not about them, right? You get to understand what triggers are going in inside you, because that's the only thing you truly can control. But I love this power of choice message for your December. We're going to move into the 4 minor arcana. These are going to represent the 4 different areas of your life. The first is Wands, which is the fire element. They call it staves or staves in this one. And it's usually your spark, your ambition, your drive, your aha inspiration, but also represents your spiritual energy. So for this reading, it's also going to be what the creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure during December. So creator for our Aquas, what would you like them to know about their spiritual adventure in December? All the Aquas, please. Okay. Yep, and got the 10 of Wands, 10 of Staves. And you can see this is about feeling burdened, in some ways. So you can take on other people's emotions, right? You can take on the, Aquarian energy is very community-based. It wants to solve all the problems of the world. It wants to make communities, that if, like the Garden of Eden, and just beautiful, help all humanity move forward. So that can become overwhelming, especially with everything that's going on in the world. And so the message I'm getting for this for you is, because it's a 10, it's time to let all that go. You can only do what you can do. And you can't change the world from the outside in. People change from the inside out. And what changes people? Giving them love. That's really what will change them. If they're in chaos and they're in fear, they're not going to be listening to you anyway. They're in fight or flight. Their brain is shut down. They're only defending or running or fighting. They're not, they're not in their right mind. They're literally out of their minds. Because when people are in fear, that's how our body works. We get literally out of our mind, so we don't stand still and get eaten by, a lion that's standing in front of us. We either run or fight. But when we're in a place of peace and feeling loved and safe, that's when we connect to our higher awarenesses. That's when we learn and we grow. So I feel like this message is a strong one for, again, choosing unconditional love rather than trying to convince people of our small T truths are more truer than theirs, because that just ends up in a battle. Fear against fear until someone either is exhausted, runs, or dies. That's the way it works. So we're also going to pull a card here from these angel reading cards, just to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure during the month of December. But you are ready to stop feeling responsible for everyone else and investing so much of your energy into a black hole. Focus on you, focus on developing your love. Let that love fill you up and overflow out to the world. That unconditional love will spark remembrance of that unconditional love in other people as well. So, right, Creator, what else for our Aquarians for December regarding their spiritual adventure, please? All right, you get two. The first one is bullying prevention angel. So definitely a bullying prevention for the holiday season. And then you've got the angel of fertility. So, and this is 8 into is 10, which this was a 10. This is endings and new beginnings. So definitely this, it's a general reading. So, if someone's looking to get pregnant or not, you might just be careful if you have interactions, because they're letting you know fertility is coming. But I really feel for majority of you, this really is about a new beginning, a new way of looking at things, a new loving way of looking at things. Embrace people as a little child, especially when they're in fear, because we are in our little inner child when that happens. But they want me to focus on this one for the one that I'm going to read from the book, because it is so fitting with everything we've been talking about here with the, how people will, when they're in the fight or flight at the dinner table, the family dinner table, try bullying people into believing what they believe. And that's how we take it anyway, right? When someone's trying to convince us that our small T truth is less truer, we feel like we're being bullied. So you've drawn this card. I've drawn this card for you because your angels want you to know that you are not alone. The angels have assigned you your own bullying prevention angel to assist you with your current situation in December. Your bullying prevention angel gives you strength, guidance, understanding, and protection. Your angel wants you to know that the person who is bullying you is doing so because he or she is a coward, a cowardly lion who lacks strength and courage. This person may be jealous of you, feel insecure, want to gain attention, or they may be experiencing their own challenges. Like I mentioned, they're in fear of something. Your bullying prevention angel wants you to know that there is no excuse for that person's behavior. Your angel is here to give you strength to ignore what this person is saying about you or doing to you. Your bullying prevention angel is here to protect you from any negativity and to show you how to turn a negative situation into a positive one. They want you to know how much your guardian angels, your family, and friends love and support you. If you feel ashamed or worried about talking about the situation, ask your angel to give you the strength to speak to someone who can help. Don't worry what others think of you. You're a shining light illuminating the world. By ignoring the bullying, you are taking back your power. You're embarking on a new journey of walking in the light, standing tall, and being proud of the beautiful being you are. Nobody can or will take your power away when you walk in the light with your bullying prevention angel. And I like that, because it does talk about this new path that you're walking on. You're letting this old energy that you're holding on to from others as well. You're letting that go. And it's like this beautiful clearing of your energy. You let the burden go. And I love how there's all these little children all around too, because that's what we revert to. Our little inner part of us, our inner child, is the one that goes into fight or flight when it feels unsafe, and when it is faced with the unknown. It likes to see the same thing over and over again because then it feels safe. It knows what's coming, but it's the unknown, and those things where they're not feeling safe that trigger the fight or flight. So really trust that you are loved, you're surrounded, you're protected. That can help your little child feel safe, where it doesn't have to react to. You don't have to turn into a 2-year-old when someone else goes into their 2-year-old. You can embrace them and give them the love that they're searching for. Next, we're going to move into this one is called the Sacred Circles, which is the element of earth. Normally it's the pentacles in a regular tarot deck. And so this is going to be the physical world, the outside world, where this is spiritual. We'll talk about your mind and emotions here in a moment. That's all internal. This is the external physical world. So your physical body and all those physical characters that are on the stage with you, all the situations you're in, all the possessions and money and all that kind of stuff, all the physical world. So this will be what the Creator wants you to know about your physical adventure during the month of December, of course. All right, Creator, for our Aquarians, what do you want them to know about their physical adventure in December? Yep, so you've got the Four of Sacred Circles. And the fours are about stability. You think of like a table with 4 strong legs. It's a very solid table. And so this is about feeling stable in your external world. I love how, it's around feeling safe, not worrying about what other people are saying or thinking or doing. It doesn't mean anything to you. This is about really feeling solid in your ownness. Sometimes this can also be about your worth and finding your inner worth based on yourself. Sometimes you'll see like them holding a pentacle in their heart, 2 on their feet and 1 on their head. And it's really, for me, it's about defining yourself, because it's usually the bigger one is the heart, by the heart. It's like defining yourself by your inner worth, not what the external world says, which is where your feet walk upon, or what your mind is telling you, the logic and stuff. But look into your heart for your definition and your worth about who you are, about what your value is, because this is all saying you are loved, you are surrounded, you are safe. And so this is reiterating that message quite a bit for me for that. I'm also going to pull a card here from these tea leaf cards. We're just going to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your physical adventure. But this really is, you're going to have enough, and you're going to actually have enough to give to others as well. I love the peace pipe here, which is kind of an overall theme going on here. So as you get together with others in the external world, have a peace pipe. Simmer down now. Be still. when you're smoking on the peace pipe, you can listen, right? All right, Creator, what else for our aquas, our Aquarians? Okay, sorry, I feel like these 3 here, these 2 here. Okay, any others, please? Okay, that one, all right. So let's unbox these. So you've got the stork. Uh-oh. News of a birth or new business opportunity. So you do have that newness coming in here. Birth, and there's a lot of children. So, of course, it's the holidays in the United States around this, when this is coming out, like I mentioned. So you might be getting around a lot of children or hear announcements of births. But I feel like a lot of newness coming in here as well. But, as I mentioned, if you are wanting to have a child, the energy of this is, especially if you connect into this place of peace where you're not in fear and you're feeling solid and safe, then you may conceive where you didn't before, because your body, if it feels unsafe, can impact your reproductive systems as well, right? And if you're not, if you're engaging in activity that could create a child and you're not wanting one, it is about being careful. And you got bird perched, waiting for news, a package or letter. So yeah, definitely some news coming in, some messages coming in, listening. So again, be observant, the bird is perched, watching and looking with his, eagle eye. So keep an eye on the external world, because you are definitely going to be getting messages from spirit out there in all so many ways. Yeah, you got carrot, opportunities or windfall. So you definitely have this new growth coming your way. A lot of birds too, parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. Uh-oh. So, again, as this gatherings happen, as these situations happen, don't take it personally when they do something like that. Just realize that they're doing it out of fear. They weren't doing it to hurt you. They were doing it because they felt unsafe and they were crying out for love. So try not to take it personally when those types of things happen. Yep, celebration, fun, enjoyment, makes total sense. Holiday parties, holiday get-togethers. So definitely enjoy those. Don't fear them. Fill them with love and listening and unconditional love, and you'll see them be totally different than you have ever before. Yeah. There's the bear, danger, especially in money matters. So just be aware. Again, watch for messages, watch for signs. But I really feel like this is like that in relation to this card here about you just like, oh, I don't want to deal with those people who are like grizzly bears that I feel like I'm going to have a bear attack when I walk into that, Christmas party or that dinner or whatever it might be. Just to know that you feel safe. Yeah. And here you go. Position of authority. Chariot, throne. You really remember that you get to choose. You get to apply whatever story you want to whatever situation is going on. Are you going to choose a story of fear and anything, that's attached to fears like betrayal or anger or, sadness or pain or victimhood? Or are you going to choose victor, being a victor, being, this royal, coming from a royal position, from someone that's in control, knowing that you can choose emotions of unconditional love, that you get to choose stories of unconditional love. So instead of, getting defensive, you have compassion for that bear, because they're hungry and they're just like a little teddy bear that just wants to get hugged, but they've turned into one of those Stephen King attack toys with sharp teeth instead, and you're like, oh, come here, you don't need to attack, I love you. So I love that. And then we're going to move into the swords. Swords are the air element, which represent our mind. So our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our attitudes, our expectations. And so this will be what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of December. All right, Creator, what would you like our Aquarians to know about their mental adventure? This, of course, is your element. You're an air sign. So this is where you freely fly like all the birds that you were getting a moment ago. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't make sense with, all these things that are happening. Just know that, again, our mindset is what chooses it. Yeah, and here you go. 2 of Swords, choice. Again, right above the Chariot too. You get this to choose either fear or I love how they put a moon up here too. So one of these is about connecting to the higher realms, to connect to your higher self, those realms of unconditional love. It's not about making decisions just on the logical mind, the logical, old ways of thinking. It's about connecting to the heart, connecting to the intuitiveness, and connecting to the spiritual realm. And so I love that when we have that choice, we always have that choice, like the Chariot, just right below it. You get to choose what you apply to any situation. What is your belief around a situation? If you're triggering and it's like, well, when they attack me, I need to defend myself. You can retrain that. When they attack me, that means they're in fear. It's not about me. And you can change that, and then your defenses don't need to go up because you have nothing to defend. That's nothing to do with you. It's what's going on over here in that person. And so you can make that choice. You don't have to cut their head off like, I just had a flash of the old series called Shogun, where someone didn't respect an emperor, and so they chopped off his head right there on the beach. It's like, you don't have to do that. You get to choose compassion and unconditional love. Or if you want to choose fear and continue on that adventure until you're sick and tired of feeling that way, it's totally cool too. We come here to experience that. So if you want a food fight at Thanksgiving, go for it. Go all in, ask for extra mashed potatoes, but if you want to experience something different, just know that you can. You're not out of control. You are in the throne. You're in the driver's seat for that. We're also going to pull a card here from the numerology guidance cards, just to see what else the Creator would like you to know about your mental adventure during December. Creator, what else would you like our Aquarians to know? Okay, there we go. Yep, follow your dreams. Love that, 85. So yeah, definitely follow your dreams, not the dreams that everyone else has told you you should live and you should, you should pursue. What I love about this too, outside of these interactions that are going on, with all these individuals during the months that are coming up, this also has to do with, the direction that you're asking for your life. And you might be, at this crossroads, where you're needing to make a decision. Follow your dreams. When you do what you always did, you get what you always got. Do you still want to do that over and over and over again? Sometimes we have to make sacrifices on things because we want to pursue and live, not just, purely exist. If you're waking up in the morning and dreading getting out of bed because you have to go to a job you hate, you're not following your dream. You're just existing. You're living to work. You're not working to live. You can even wake up in that situation in a job that you don't enjoy and realize and switch that around, right? Switch the story you're applying to it, going, you know what? I'm going to start saving money. I'm going to cut my expenses so that the money that I'm getting from that job is going to help me towards my dream, what I want to pursue, what I want to do. And you can do that and make that happen, right? It says, this card indicates a time to reach for the stars and follow your dreams, whatever they may be. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to put your hopes and dreams at the forefront of your mind and to believe without a doubt that they are really coming true. Pay no mind to poverty consciousness, fear, or competition, because the universe is abundant and there is no limitation. Even though you have no control over how or when things will unfold, divine timing and order will ensure that everything serves your greater good. Let go of expectations and embrace the magic in the mystery, for in celebrating the unknown, you will attract synchronistic opportunities. Even when you feel as if success is way beyond your reach, never give up on your dreams because they really will come true. Your dreams are already set in motion and are unfolding in perfect timing. They cannot be taken away because they're already karmically etched in stone. The affirmation for this is I reach for the stars and I follow my dreams. So, yep, definitely, a message of letting that, just that poverty consciousness go. I mean, you definitely are in the seat where you can switch and change things in your life. It's not as difficult as it seems when you let the fear go. What are people going to think? How's it going to impact other people? People are going to be able to decide whatever story they're going to apply to your decisions anyway. You're never going to be able to make sure that they're going to decide a certain way. If you have a partner, a spouse, children, different things, involve them in the decision. Let them know what you'd like to do. Ask them what they would like to do. Talk about your fears. Talk about your concerns. Like if you like to live your dream, you're going to have to relocate to a different part of the country. Talk about it. If you're fearing, well, I don't want my children to leave school and blah, blah, blah. You might tell your children, they're like, oh, I hate this school. Everyone's so mean and blah, blah, blah. I want a fresh start. Let's go. And you're like, whoa. And so something that was blocking you all along might be a win-win, and you just never know. All right. Lastly, we're going to look into the Cups suit, which is the water element, represents our emotions. So this is going to be what the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of December. So what would you like our Aquas to know? Okay, there we go. Yep, 8 of Cups. What are you ready to leave behind? All these things that have no longer been serving you. You're headed off onto a new adventure like it talked about here. You're ready to let these things go, these old emotions go, and head towards something more mystical, more in alignment and attunement to what you really are. Because these cups have not been filling you up. You've been feeling empty. They have served their purpose for, the season that they were with you, but you are ready to let things go. Cups are definitely emotions. The wands here, this was about the energy that you're ready to let go. And this is the emotion. So emotions impact our energy impacts our emotions. So they're closely tied anyway, but you are definitely ready to let things go. All that, energy investing in things that aren't bringing you any joy, any fulfillment, you're ready to move beyond those. And so during December, you are really evaluating that and taking action on that. Lastly, we're going to pull a card here from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And this can be what else the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure during that month. But since it's the last card for this reading for you, it's also going to be a wild card. So it can be whatever else the Creator wants you to know about your month of December. So Creator, what's your final message for our Aquarians, please? Okay. And you've got Stand Still. Yep, and that's probably how you have been feeling. And let's take a look here and see what message comes from here. It's called Swamplands is the name of the picture. So a swamp is a low-lying area with woody plants, shrubs, and trees where water collects and saturates the ground. During rainy seasons, swamplands become overwhelmed with water emotions. The edge of the swamp is often a quagmire of mud and silt, but an abundance of plants and swamp insects dwell there. Because of the sticky nature of the mud, it is often impossible to walk through swamplands. Even trying to maneuver with a boat can be difficult and treacherous because of dense vegetation. However, there is great value in swamplands. They act as natural flood control as runoff can be temporarily stored in their basins. They keep the land around them from washing away. Lush vegetation provides a haven for nesting birds and waterfowl, as well as a habitat to mammals such as beaver. Freshwater swamps near the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in the Middle East are part of the Fertile Crescent and contributed to the fertility of the land for the earliest humans. And the sacred landscape wants you to know that if it feels that some areas of your life has slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say, there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being sucked into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. So yeah, definitely one step at a time, move away from those things that are keeping you stuck. Listen, I mean, I really, this overall whole message for me is realizing how much importance that we've been putting in what people think of us and about what's holding us back. And a beautiful message of shutting up and listening, seeing that you get to choose what your next steps are. When you're trying to live up to everyone else's expectations of you, sometimes they're even contradictory. I want you to be serious. I want you to be funny. Well, you can't be funny and serious. And if you ever have those two people in the same place together, you're going to disappoint them, one of them or both, right? So live your life, follow your dreams. Like I said, you're the one that gets to choose. You're on your throne. You're safe. You, have all the backup and the love that you need from above. Definitely be still and listen. You'll get your messages. So if you're not sure of what you want to do, be still. Get still, raise your vibration to one of unconditional love, joy, peace, laughter. That's where Spirit speaks on, and you can hear messages. Pay attention, like it said, keep an eagle eye out for all the messages and the signs, and it'll be very easy for you to make slow and steady moves, like I love it, to extricate yourself from the stuck mud that you feel that you're in. You're ready to make this movement. You're ready for this new birth. You're ready for this change. So it's going to be a beautiful ending of a year to spawn a beginning, new, fresh, new year for you, a new adventure. So just know as you're going through everything that you are never alone. Like it said, you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and that whole group of beings of love and light on the other side. All your guardian angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones who've been here in our past, your ancestors, just an endless abundance of beings of unconditional love and light are supporting you, and they love you. Right? I'm going to leave the reading there. Just know that in addition to these monthly readings, I also do check-in readings each week for all the elements of fire signs, water signs, etc. Also new moon, full moon readings, a couple other readings as well throughout the month. So if you want to be kept in the loop when those come out so you don't miss them, if you haven't done so already, if you click on the subscribe button down below, then that is going to make this little notification bell pop up. If you click on that, then you'll be notified when the new readings come out. So it's easy breezy. All right. Well, also know that I love you dearly, all my fellow Aquarians, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, have an amazing December, and you take care.